Excited that the first game is upon us. Obviously, our group is, feels good about being at home, and being able to work leading up to the week has been good. And I can't say that much has changed for us. I mean, we're excited, we're ready to go, and looking forward to playing a good Lehigh team, and understand that everybody in this tournament is really good. Everybody can present issues, and if you don't come ready to play, you'll lose. I think that's what we all like about March, is that it's unpredictable, and you can't put your finger on it. You have to play well to win. That's how it should be. So our focus all week has been playing well, knowing that if you don't play well, you'll lose, and that's how it should be in competition. So hopefully our group is ready to play well tomorrow.
Questions from the room? Front row, middle.
Yeah, Mitch Northam, SB Nation. Gary, this site has the SEC Freshman of the Year and the ACC Freshman of the Year in it. Just wanted to ask you about Toby, and kind of from the moment she stepped on campus till now, where have you seen her grow the most?
I think just understanding, just scheme and the playbook, terminology, just all of those things that are, for most players, much more layered in college than they are in high school. She has an understanding of what we're trying to do on every play, and an understanding of where she needs to be. And so that has grown as the season has gone along. And I think her confidence has grown as her understanding of what we're trying to do is grown. So that's what I would say has probably been the biggest change from when she first got here till now.
Front row.
Destiny with the Juice Network. First of all, Coach, congratulations on the ACC championship. Can you speak on what you're telling your team coming off such a high win and coming off that championship and preparing them for the next steps?
That it means nothing. I mean, it's not like we're going to start the game up 10-0 because we won the ACC title. Nobody cares. Nobody in this tournament cares that we won the conference tournament. So you just have to be prepared to play your best. And it was great. I'm not saying nobody cares to diminish the accomplishment. I think in the moment and in the immediate aftermath, we celebrated, and we were excited about it, as you should be. I do believe in celebrating in the moment. I don't believe you should all wait till the end of the year and then reflect on it. To me, celebrate it. If you have big moments in your life, and celebrate them in the moment. Tell people you appreciate them in the moment. But then at some point the moment passes and there's the next moment that you have to chase and that you have to pursue. And so that's what we're focused on, what's next. And what's next is to try and win a first-round game and get to where there's only 32 teams left. And that's a big cut to go from 64 to 32. You've got to play well to make that cut. And, so that's kind of what we're focused on.
Front row.
Hey, Coach. Doug Feinberg, AP. Nice to see you. 2 questions. First one is, how big is it for women's basketball to have units for the tournament? You guys make money for every game that you play in this tournament, which was not the case until this year.
Yeah.
And the second one is just how big is it to this area having 3 women's sites here and the men's site, so you have North Carolina, this area being sort of the hotbed of basketball right now?
Well, I kind of look at it as the units is well, I guess it's good. It is good. I just think it should be more. So I think we need more money with the units than what we have now. So I think the first step is good, that there's actually something in place that allows for more revenue generation. So that's a step in the right direction. But I think the revenue coming into the sport should be higher. As far as your second question, I mean, we know what we have here. We play these guys all the time. They're really good teams. and I think they've been rewarded for the years that they've had. And there was a time that this was the best area in the country for women's college basketball, and I think we can get back to that. I think the three programs are strong. I think they have really good players. I think they have really good followings, fan followings, and this is a special place. I mean, think about it. How many metropolitan areas do you know of that could have three teams like that in one area and draw? Most people draw because they have a whole state that is behind them, or just an entire city. So they can draw from 1 hour east and 1 hour north and 1 hour south and 1 hour west, and like everyone can converge upon this town that supports the one team. And this place has 3 in 30 minutes. There's nothing like it in the country. I mean, it'll take you 2 hours to get from UCLA to USC. And the traffic on the 405, brother, right? They're 2 hours from each other, right? We're 30 minutes. So I think it speaks to the passion of the basketball in this area. There's, I just think like if you went and knocked on doors in the neighborhood, everybody's a basketball fan. Per household or per neighborhood, we just have more fans here of college basketball. That's just what it is. And I know it because wherever I go, people come up to me and they're not even all the times Duke fans. They're, other schools fans, but they talk about the season, they talk about this, and they'll wish you luck if you're not playing their team. But everywhere you go around here is basketball, college basketball. And that's more unique than you think in the country, where this sport is the number one sport in this area. Think about all the cities you know. Where is college basketball the number one sport? It's not. It's not, but here it is. And so I think being a part of that is really, really cool.
Front row.
Hi, Coach. We spoke to your players about the rivalry with Lehigh. Can you tell us what you told them coming into this game and how they've been preparing and practicing and what they may have changed or what you have suggested to change with them?
Well, we haven't changed how we prepare. We try to prepare the same way for each team. We don't have the same scheme for each team, but in terms of the amount of respect that you show, every opponent should be high. And so that's how we've prepared. They're a really good team. We've watched a lot of film on them. We've prepared how we want to play them offensively and defensively, and with how much energy that we need to play to win. It's not more energy than we normally need to play with, but it's a lot. If you watch us play, we play with a lot of energy, so we have to bring that. That's what it is. I mean, you have to have like the appropriate fear every time you go into the game. Like you have to know that you can be beaten. You don't necessarily have to believe that you will be beaten, but you have to know that it's possible. Because if you don't know that it's possible, if you don't think it's possible at all, you'll slip in your preparation. Think about it. If you don't think something's possible, then you won't prepare as hard. But if you think something's possible or something's imminent, why does everybody go buy milk and eggs when the hurricane's coming? Right? Yeah, toilet paper. Here's my guy. Toilet paper, right? All of a sudden it's imminent. All of a sudden you're worried. My house has a lot of milk and eggs and toilet paper. I'm always ready. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready. Appropriate fear. Right? If it happens, I'm ready. I ain't running out. I use that as a silly analogy, but that's an example of how you have to be as a competitor. You got to be always ready, no matter who you're playing. And if you can train yourself to be that, then you're going to put yourself in a good position. Doesn't mean you're going to win all the time. Just because you're ready doesn't mean you win. You have to go out there and earn it. But the mindset that it takes to get yourself to be prepared. So that's what we try to teach them, and that's what we try to get them to, light the fire under them to understand that. Because that ultimately is comes down to the respect that you have. If you respect somebody, you'll prepare hard for them. If you don't respect them, you won't. So the first baseline thing you have to have is respect for all your opponents, respect for all the people that you're competing against. We have that for Lehigh, and we've had that for every team this year. But we have to make sure that we continue to have that, and then we'll prepare appropriately.
Any other questions? We time for one more. Yep, front row, right here.
Just, in preparing for Lehigh, I'm just kind of curious, when you watch them on film, what stuck out to you about them? What do they do really well?
Well, they do a lot of things well. They space the floor really well. They make reads very well. They take advantage of your mistakes defensively very well. They have a number of three-point shooters on the court, and they can put 4 and 5 three-point shooters on at the same time to space you out. I think they're second in the country in free throw percentage, so they get to the line and they make them. And then defensively, they force you to take the type of shots that they want you to take, not the ones that you want to take. Very experienced team as well, and a team that wins. I mean, they win. And they seem to, on film, have a lot of connectivity, have a good chemistry with one another. It's going to be a big challenge for our defense. There's no doubt. We're going to have to be very disciplined, and we're going to have to work to be disruptive. We always try to be disruptive. If you watch us play, we always try to be disruptive. But you have to work to be that. You don't just start the game and say, boo, we're disruptive. You have to work to be disruptive. And different teams make you work for it in different ways. They're going to make us work for it a little bit to be disruptive, and so we're going to have to see if we can be that tomorrow.
Well, Coach, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Best of luck tomorrow.